the older apartments, mashallah. We're going to make our way over to Hollywood. If you look over there, so where the newer buildings are placed. And in the newer buildings, there at least the
rooms, basically the rooms, it consists of...
Does anyone want a drink? No, give me a drink, right? Go on, you get me a drink. Carry on that.
Basically, the rooms in the new building, they consist of 2 people to a room. So, it will be you, like for instance me, I live in this new building here. It's called Thani Ashar. I live in there with one more person, another brother. So, alhamdulillah, you know, it's much more cleaner than the older, and obviously it's newer than the older buildings, you know. Alhamdulillah, we'll take a trip up there now. Assalamu alaikum, ahlan wa sahlan. This is my room. Alhamdulillah, I'm in the new building where there's 2 people that share a room. Unlike the other buildings, some of the elder buildings, there's only 2 people. Alhamdulillah, this is my side here. You know, this is my table, and I've got my laptop, so if I need to talk to family or anything like that, you know, it's easy for me. These are my books and whatnot. These are some of the books that I'm studying, the Ma'had, Ta'aleem al-Lugha. You know, so most of the time, this is where I would do revision and most of the stuff, you know, alhamdulillah. So you got your wardrobe there, you know, your AC, alhamdulillah. You know, this side here, this is the brother that I live with, this is his side. Alhamdulillah, this is the kitchen, you know, the tuwab on their day to day. When they finish their studies, they can come and they cook their lunch, dinner, whatever they want to do, whatever it is. This is where it goes down. Basically, this is the washroom. So everyone, you know, everyone each has their own washing machine, you know, and then everyone just does their thing in here, clean your clothes in here. Jamia buses, after every Salat al-Asr, they take the tuwab to the Haram, the Masjid al-Nabawi, and then after Isha, they pick us up again and they bring us back to the Jami. And this is on a daily basis.
Why? Why do they do this every day?
It's just a form of transport for the students, innit? And it's free as well, so alhamdulillah, you know.
So Aki, what's the procedures of how the people have to enroll in the university and whatnot?
Basically, from what I done, I came here for Ramadan. And basically I came from England, you have to have an application form. So you fill in the application. It's better that it's done in Arabic. So you have, if you're unable to speak Arabic, you get someone that will be able to help you with that. And then you fill in that. And then you have to have 2 letters of recommendation from like Islamic society or anything, or from your local masjid. It's 2 letters, and another masjid. Basically, it's a letter of recommendation. You know, just with a brief about who you are and whatnot, and to say that yeah, we know this person, and you know, mashallah, we give him a recommendation to say that yeah, he's a good student and whatnot. And also you need to have around 10 pictures or something like that, 10 photos. What else? Just have like your birth certificate, and yeah, also you have to have qualification that has been done within like the last 5 years. So whether it be GCSEs or whether it be like a college certificate or something, just to show that okay, this he's indulged in like he's been involved in education like within the last 5 years. So and then that's really like, well, that's most of the things that you need. And then any other little qualifications, any like little certificates, just to say yeah, maybe you've done like a short course, maybe in Arabic or any kind of Islamic studies in your masjid, something like this. And all of that kind of stuff is good, you know, as well.
So what about if you ain't got GCSEs and stuff? You can still get in, or does it?
No, you can still get in. You can still get in without that. You can still get in, but maybe you might have to go through the secondary school. It's called Thanawiyah. So maybe you might have to go through that. That can be anything to like 1 year to 3 years, the duration of that. But you can still get in. It's not just bam. You haven't got the qualification, so that's it. Khalas, you can't get on. Inshallah, you can still get it.
So how did you find out when you admitted into the uni? Or
Basically, it comes out, you might find out in around May to June time. Like some students or like some other people, they might post something on the internet. They basically say, yeah, we've got the name. These are the names for the accepted students for this year for the Islamic University of Medina, and so forth.
so students post it on the internet.
Yeah, people as soon as they find out, that's how I found out.
So the uni don't directly contact you.
They send the acceptance letter to your house, but before that, the names they come up on the list. The names they come up on the list that someone posted on the internet. Like when I heard that I got in, it was a brother that he called me and he said, "MashaAllah, brother, you got into the jam." Subhanallah. England to try and apply. When you get here, you'll come to this building here, you'll come in here, and then basically you'll have the interview. You'll be assessed by one of the people that work there. It's better if you know someone that they're able to translate for you, or if you don't know anyone, inshallah you can come here and you meet some of the students, someone that's able to speak English, and then they'll be able to assist you with that. So you come here, you have basically you'll be assessed by one of the people that work here, and they'll ask you like minor questions, like they might ask you to recite some Quran. They might ask you like a few questions, like maybe like what is shirk, you know, and just minor questions. It's not really an session to say whether this person is going to be accepted or not. It's just basic. It's just general, you know.
What are they trying to see roughly, like what kind of direction you're coming from?
Where you're coming from, you know, what kind of understanding you have. But it doesn't actually determine whether to say that yeah, this person he gets in or not. But it's just like it's general, basically.
So after the assessment, what happens then?
After that assessment, class, that's it. So what you do now, depending on when, you basically have to wait for a year now.
A year afterwards,
Yeah,
even after you've been accepted?
Depending on, no. Depending on when you applied, then you have to wait for a year, for the previous year now, to say, okay, when this year starts now, then you'll see whether your name has come up.
Yeah.
So if your name has come up as one of the accepted students, then there's another procedure that you have to go through then.
And what's that procedure?
Basically, it's a year that you have to know, you have to wait, and you'll know whether you were accepted or not.
Okay, Jazakallah.
Bring us back to the journey, and this is on a daily basis.
Why do they do this every day?
It's just a form of transport for the students, innit? And it's free as well, so alhamdulillah, you know.
So Aki, what's the procedures of how the people have to enroll in the university and whatnot?
Basically, from what I done, I came here for Ramadan, and basically I came from England. You have to have an application form, so you fill in the application. It's better that it's done in Arabic. So if you're unable to speak Arabic, you get someone that will be able to help you with that, and then you fill in that, and then you have to have 2 letters of recommendation from like Islamic society or everything, or from your local masjid. Just 2 letters, and another masjid. Basically, it's a letter of recommendation, you know, just with a brief about who you are and whatnot, and to say that yeah, we know this person, and you know, mashallah, we give him a recommendation to say that yeah, he's a good student and whatnot. And also you need to have around 10 pictures or something like that, 10 photos. What else? Just have like your birth certificate, and yeah, also you have to have laptops. I need to talk to family or anything like that. It's, you know, it's easy for me. These are my books and whatnot. These are some of the books that I'm studying, the Ma'had, Ta'aleem al-Lugha. You know, so most of the time, this is where I would do revision and most of the stuff, you know, alhamdulillah. You got your wardrobe there, you know, AC, alhamdulillah. You know, this side here, this is the brother that I live with, this is his side. Alhamdulillah, this is the kitchen. You know, the Tuwab on their day to day, when they finish their studies, they can come and they cook their lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is. This is where it goes down. Basically, this is the washroom. So everyone, you know, the Tuwab, everyone each has their own washing machine, you know, and then everyone just does their thing in here, clean your clothes in here. Jamia buses, after every Salat al-Asr, they take the Tuwab to the Haram, the Masjid al-Nabawi, and then after Isha, they pick us up again, and a qualification that has been done within like the last 5 years. So whether it be GCSEs or whether it be like a college certificate or something, just to show that okay, this he's indulged in he's been involved in education like within the last 5 years. So and then that's really that's most of the things that you need. And then any other little qualifications, any like little certificates, just to say maybe you've done like a short course, maybe in Arabic or any kind of Islamic studies in your masjid, something like this. All of that kind of stuff is good, you know, as well.
So what about if you ain't got GCSEs and stuff? Can you still get in, or does it make it a problem?
You can still get in. You can still get in. Without that, you can still get in. But maybe you might have to go through the secondary school, like it's called Thanawiyah. So maybe you might have to go through that. That can be anything to like 1 year to 3 years, the duration of that. But you can still get in. It's not just bam, you haven't got the qualification, so that's it, khalas, you can't get in. Inshallah, you can still get in.
So how do you find out when you admitted into the uni?
Basically, it comes out, you might find out in around May to June time. Like some students or like some other people, they might post something on the internet. They basically say, yeah, we've got the name, these are the names for the accepted students for this year for the Islamic University of Medina, and so forth.
So students post it on the internet?
Yeah, people, as soon as they find out, that's how I found out.
So the uni don't directly contact you?
They send the acceptance letter to your house. But before that, the names they come up on the list. The names they come up on the list that someone posted on the internet. Like when I heard that I got in, it was a brother that he called me and he said, MashaAllah, you got into the jam. SubhanAllah. England, to try and apply. When you get here, you'll come to this building here, you'll come in here, and then basically you'll have the interview. You'll be assessed by one of the people that work there. It's better if you know someone that they're able to translate for you, or if you don't know anyone, inshallah, you can come here and you meet some of the students, someone that's able to speak English, and then they'll be able to assist you with that. So you come here, you'll be assessed by one of the people that work here, and they'll ask you like minor questions, like they might ask you to recite some Quran. They might ask you like a few questions.
Right now, we're just leaving the older apartments, mashallah, and we're going to make our way over to Hollywood. If you look over there, so where the newer buildings are placed. And in the newer buildings, at least the
Rooms, basically the rooms, it consists of...
Does anyone want a drink? No, give me a drink, go on, get me a drink. Carry on that.
Basically the rooms in the new building, they consist of 2 people to a room. So it will be you, like for instance me, I live in this new building here, it's called Thani'at Ashar. I live in there with one more person, another brother. So alhamdulillah, you know, it's much more cleaner than the older, and obviously it's newer than the older buildings, you know. Alhamdulillah, we'll take a trip over there now. Assalamu alaikum, ahlan wa sahlan. This is my room. Alhamdulillah, I'm in the new building where there's 2 people that share a room. Unlike the other buildings, some of the older buildings, there's only 2 people. Alhamdulillah, this is my side here. You know, this is my table.